Yama, it's Jack. Let's take a look at what's in the news. Billionaire businessman Elon Musk's company SpaceX has just launched 60 new satellites into orbit, and it's got some people worried that things are getting a little crowded.
Not far now, clinged up, and we'll be on planet Earth. What is all this space junk?
Yep, floating above our heads is a sea of thousands upon thousands of satellites. And whether you notice them or not, we use them every single day. From predicting the weather to your TV antenna, from looking at traffic to, something geographic. But since the very first satellite blasted off in 1957, space has become pretty crowded. See, over the last few years, satellites have become smaller and cheaper, meaning a lot more are being sent into orbit. Less cosmically inclined companies like Facebook and Amazon are all working on satellites. And in the last 5 years, we've launched almost 1/4 of all the objects ever sent into space. But all this clutter is creating astronomical problems.
Buckle up, clinged up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
All of this traffic increases the risks of satellites colliding. Crashes in space can be extremely costly and leave behind massive amounts of space junk. If more collisions occur, then regions of space may become unusable. And the reflections from all of those satellites can also interfere with the work of astronomers. With companies like SpaceX and Amazon planning to launch thousands of satellites in the near future, experts reckon more needs to be done to keep plenty of space in space.
Come on, clinged up. I can't navigate this mess.
Disney has made a big decision on the release of one of its major movies, and it's more bad news for cinemas around the world. After a bunch of delays, Disney's Mulan joins a growing list of blockbuster movies going straight to streaming services. Not only are stacks of cinemas worldwide still unable to open because of COVID-19, those that are open barely have any new films to show that aren't already available on the internet. Picture this. You're a beaver and you've been living comfortably inside your home for the past 7 years. But then some people come along and try to kick you out. Beaver justice is serious business. Over to you, Judge Charlotte.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Charlotte. The animals are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. On one side, we have Chuck the Beaver, who's fighting for the right to stay in his home. And on the other, the British government, who for the past 400 years have said no to beavers. Yep, that's right. These little guys have just gone through the legal battle of a lifetime without even knowing it. They've been living here on the River Otter in Devon in England since 2013. But the thing is, they're basically illegal immigrants because for the past 400 years, no beaver has lived naturally in the wild there. In fact, no one really knows how they got there. And even though they're pretty darn cute, some people weren't too pleased about their new neighbours and wanted them gone.
There's a potato field which was flooded due to the actions of the beaver, caused damage to the crop, a loss of crop. They can chop down trees in the wrong place.
A massive law case started to let them stay, and after a big investigation from the Devon Wildlife Trust, it turns out these guys are actually doing a lot of good in the area by building dams and improving water quality by cleaning up rivers. On account of that, the government's decided to let them stay. Conservationists say it's the most groundbreaking government decision for England's wildlife in a generation, and are looking forward to watching all these beavers flourish in the wild. Court adjourned.
Now it's time for a segment all about Zoomies. No, not zooming in, like zooming around, running. Check out these chooks in Tambo in Western Queensland. Ben's Chicken Racing is held every night and broadcast right around the world. The race is held to raise money for the Royal Flying Doctors Service. And so far they've managed to scramble together more than $8,000. What's cuter than a cavoodle? A cavoodle who just discovered snow for the first time. Yep, Frank here was caught a little off guard by a surprise snowfall in Hume and couldn't contain his excitement. And say hello to Monado Safari Park's Zoomie-loving rhino calf. The 2-week-old has made her very adorable debut. After taking some time to bond with her mum, she decided to make the most of being out and about. That's all the news for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.